The Galaxy S25 Fan Edition has been making headlines again, and this time, we have fresh leaks that give us a clear look at the phone's design along with some confirmed specs. While the design looks clean and premium, the chipset choice might not sit well with everyone. These latest renders were spotted on a British retailer's website and show the Galaxy S25 FE in all its glory. From the front, it looks a lot like the Galaxy S25 Plus, except for one small detail. The lower bezel appears to be slightly thicker on the Fan Edition model. It's not a huge difference, but if you look closely, you'll notice it. The phone carries over the flat frame design and the familiar triple camera setup on the back, arranged in 3 separate cutouts. The leak shows the jet black color option, which gives it a sleek and minimal look, but reports suggest we could see at least 3 other colors when it launches. In terms of design, it's safe to say Samsung isn't trying to reinvent the wheel here. If you've seen the S25 series, you've pretty much seen what the S25 FE will look like. The real question is, what's happening inside the phone? And that's where things get a little disappointing for some fans. According to this leak, the Galaxy S25 FE will use the Exynos 2400E chipset, the exact same one found in last year's Galaxy S24 FE. That means there's no performance bump in this area. And for those who are hoping Samsung might use the more powerful Exynos 2400, this could be a letdown. This detail matters because we've seen mixed reactions to the 2400E in the past. While it's fine for everyday use and even some heavy tasks, it doesn't quite match the flagship-level performance that some buyers expect, especially when the rest of the S25 family uses stronger chips. Aside from the processor, most of the specs are shaping up exactly as the rumors predicted. The Galaxy S25 FE is expected to feature a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED to X display, which should deliver rich colors and smooth visuals. It will likely come with 8GB of RAM and at least 128GB of storage. Powering it will be a 4,900 mAh battery, paired with 5W fast charging. The camera setup is another area where Samsung isn't making big changes. Reports suggest the S25 FE will stick with the same triple camera system found on the Galaxy S24. A 50-megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and 8-megapixel telephoto lens with 3x optical zoom. This is not a bad setup by any means. The 50-megapixel main sensor is proven to take sharp, detailed shots. The ultra-wide is perfect for landscapes and group photos, and the telephoto adds real zoom capability without relying on digital cropping. But since it's unchanged from last year, don't expect groundbreaking photography improvements. Now, about the launch and pricing. Samsung is expected to announce the Galaxy S25 FE in September. According to this leak, the price in Europe could be around €679, which directly converts to about $789. However, if Samsung follows its usual pricing in the US, it may come in at $650. That price point will place the S25 FE in direct competition with devices like the Google Pixel 9a, which starts at $499 in the US and €549 in Europe. That's going to make things interesting because while the Pixel may have fewer premium features, it offers excellent software optimization and camera performance at a lower price. The big question is, where does the S25 FE fit into Samsung's lineup? The standard Galaxy S25 often gets generous discounts, which can bring it closer in price to the FE model. If that happens, many buyers might decide to pay just a bit more for the more powerful chipset and newer hardware. That doesn't mean the S25 FE won't have an audience. For people who love the Galaxy S design and ecosystem but don't need the absolute top-tier performance, it could be a great balance between price and features. It also appeals to those who want a large screen, strong cameras, and long battery life without breaking into the $1,000 flagship category. However, given the competition and Samsung's own pricing strategies, it's worth waiting to see what launch offers and trade-in deals will be available. The S25 FE might look less appealing at full price, but with the right discount, it could become a very attractive option in the affordable flagship category. In the end, the Galaxy S25 FE looks like it's going to stick to the Fan Edition formula, a familiar design, slightly trimmed down specs compared to the main S25 series, and a price that sits in the middle ground. For some, the lack of a chipset upgrade might be a deal breaker. For others, it won't matter as long as the phone delivers a solid overall experience. We'll know for sure once Samsung officially announces it in September. Until then, it's worth keeping an eye on whether more leaks reveal surprises, because right now, this feels like a very safe, very predictable Galaxy S25 FE.